Hello, Renee Flamont here. You guys, there are endless things that the narcissist does that bring us severe worry almost daily. Daily. It's the nature of being with them in a relationship. You're worried about everything. Everything. Where are they? What are they doing? Are they where they said they were? Did they lie just now? Are they lying tomorrow, yesterday, next week? It's always a worry constantly. And it's such a relief, isn't it? The first time, for those of you that have broken away, that first time you realize that none of their dysfunction can even touch you anymore. There was a point way past which he had any hope of getting near me, and way into him being with someone else, where he was flat out misbehaving behind her back with what he was saying to me. I wouldn't want my guy acting the way he was acting with me behind her back. I was safe. I was awake. I was onto him, right? He wasn't any longer doing anything to me. I felt badly for the other person, but it was none of my business. And I want you to stay with me on that. It was none of my business. I marveled at his audacity at still trying to be with me after everything that had transpired and everything I had said. I marveled, but we know what he was trying to do. He was just going to do that and then dump. You know, that's what they do. But I felt badly for her. I laughed at his pathetic way about him in behaving this way. Like, you've clearly moved on. You have someone, but why are you coming back around here? It was pathetic. It was tired. It was old. But I didn't have 1 ounce of feeling any sense of worry when this was happening. The behavior was someone else's worry. His behavior this way behind her back, that's her worry, not mine. Entirely. And I breathed that sigh, feeling that relief, and I just loved that it was none of my business anymore. Anyways, it was your business. He was trying to contact you. It's not my business that he's misbehaving. He's not doing anything to me. We're done. We're over. I've moved on. So my concern, my worry was not involved here. Hers should be and is, but it was a new place for me. It's a transition when it happens. You feel it. It's suddenly like, I don't know, you suddenly aren't affected by if they're sleeping with somebody else, which you know that they are if they're not with you. We've talked about that. And you're not affected by what are they doing? Where are they? There's no more worrying for you. All those things you realize they're just none of your business anymore. What a great place to be! We don't care. What a great place to be! Thank you! Are they on a dating site? Oh my God, biggest worry when he was with me. Well, one of them, but you know what I mean? But now? Well, what do you think? He was when he was with you on a dating site. You think, of course he is now. But guess what? I don't care now. Now it's none of my business. No more worry. I don't care what he's doing now. Except that I feel bad that he keeps, imposing harm on other people. But it's not my concern. Their whereabouts? Are they where they said they would be? No longer a concern of mine. Are they calling? Are they showing up? They just said they're going to show. Are they going to? There are a million worries we had. And now, or once you get to that point, not just now, it was a while ago for me, none of it is any of my business any longer. It's a great power in feeling that. Are they gaslighting someone? Are they triangulating? Yup. To someone else? Yup, they are. And that's terrible, but not to you. And you might say, well, he didn't finish with me. He's still triangulating me. He's still gaslighting. On the phone, leaving messages, Hoover. Okay. But you can make it none of your business if you adapt this and realize they are out there in the world living their life and they're still trying to come at you. It's a glorious thing to make it be none of your concern anymore. They are one big bucket of worry after concern after concern, after heartbreak, after betrayal, after worry. It's none of my business now. It was like, ugh. None of it. It was like a weight was lifted. I carried around for a couple of years. Gone. Completely gone. The song has been sung. It's they're trying to come back to try it again and do more to you, not your concern. The song's been sung, they're gone. Now, they'll always try to come back. You know that. But the decision is yours as to how far they'll get. The power is with you in how far they'll get. And I maintain that remaining in the frame of mind that things have changed inside you and you are no longer concerned, it's a big shift and it's glorious. I just became completely unconcerned and never turned back. And finally never turned back. There was a point past which I never turned back. He was no longer my worry, no longer my business. And I was relieved of the entire animal of it. And you might say, well, how? How did you do that? I'd love to do that, Renee. Tell me how. When you have alone time, you need to get back to yourself. And I talk a lot about that. I use music, read lyrics, I dance, I sing. You get right back to yourself, whether you read, crochet, golf, work out, whatever you do. But I refused. At some point, I made the decision. I refused to allow him to keep space in my mind, making me insane post-relationship. I suffered enough when he was with me. He doesn't really get space after that. He definitely doesn't get space after that. No way. All the harm you did, I realized I was going to put into this finite amount of space that I was with him. No. None of what he does now is my concern, and he's not going to make it be my concern because he keeps hoovering me, dragging me back into his world. No more thinking about what he's saying to her or she's saying to him, whatever your pronoun is. No more thinking about what he's doing. No more thinking about what they're doing together, blah, blah, blah. I did that too, and it's hard to snap out of it when you're in it. It is very hard, but I can answer you all your questions. He's doing exactly what he did with you, but to someone else, but with someone else. There, you have your answer. Now stop worrying about it. Stop thinking about it. Release it. Now go forward and try to see the relief in releasing it. That came first. I had, I don't know, it was like a weightlessness. It was like a weightlessness to the whole thing. It became tired, same old story, his behavior. Oh, again? You did that again, did ya? Oh, it kind of just finally became, I don't know, ugh, thank God I'm not in her position. I was there. That's a worse spot, we know. She doesn't even know what's coming. I've been through it with him. I know what bad came. The decision to remain apart because of the bad is mine. I'm completely safe from harm. Wow, that's a relief. No more bad can come to me at all, not 1 ounce. Not 1 ounce ever again by this person, ever. Listen, their truth, the way they're living their life, is not bad happening to you. Stop that. You don't prolong the bad you experienced while you are with them. into your life without them because you're suffering over what they're doing now. It's none of your business. I say that cheekily, I say that snarkily, but it really isn't. And the sooner you get there, you'll realize what a freedom it is. You're bringing yourself harm by continuing to foster a concern. The sooner you get to that point of feeling safe from the harm they can do, you'll stop the worrying. Meaning they can't touch you. But I still care. Okay, all right, that'll fade. The bad you experienced is a finite amount. It ended with your last infraction with them. What he's doing now is none of what you should allow to be hurting you. I know that sounds impossible. What do you mean? So he's betraying her in some capacity, or she's betraying him in some capacity. Don't let that hurt you. It's going to hurt them. It's no longer your concern. He is who he is, but he's no longer your problem to solve. He's no longer your concern to deal with, waters to navigate, business to tend to. He's the next person's. You're out from being under it. Allow yourself to feel that freedom of that. You're no longer in that. But I am, because that's when you have to make some choices. So how much do you want to hang on to? How much do you want to continue to have yourself hurt? 5 years? 5 months? 5 days? How long are you going to sit around and allow... I watched a woman get divorced. This was years ago. 10 years post-divorce, she's still stalking him online. He did this and he... 10 years. Holy Lord. Talk about holding on to things that bother you. And you know, I'm not saying it won't bother you to know he's with this person. I'm not saying it didn't bother, Betty Broderick from Dirty John, or the true story of Betty Broderick, that her husband was with the woman, the new girl. Of course it bothered her. But should she have been able to move out of it and not be so concerned with what was really their business at that point? Yes, it stunk the way it ended with them. Yes, he wasn't very nice to her, but guess what? She ended up shooting her ex-husband and the new wife, and she's in jail and her kids have no parents. Was that the way to go? And why? Because she kept feeling it. She broke. She definitely, broke up here to do what she did. And please watch that story or look up those interviews if you don't know what they are. I made a video about the Dirty John, both of them. You can look those up. But Betty Broderick, if she had just let it go and moved forward into her own truth, which is what they were doing was none of her business. Whether they were happy, whether he was going to cheat on her or not, whether they had children, none of it was any of her business. And you might say, well, maybe it was because she was worried about, child support, and was he going to take care of her financially? And that stuff might be the final business of getting divorced from someone. I'm not talking about the business at hand, the business of breaking up. Past that, what they do, who they're hurting, because they are hurting whoever they're with, or they will. Not your concern, not your worry. Don't you see the freedom in it, the glorious nature of the fact that you don't have to worry anymore? You have a list of 115 things you used to worry about every single day. Now, none of them. Look at your list. You'll be like, oh, I guess she's right. I really don't have to. No, you don't. He's not with you anymore. He doesn't live with you anymore. You broke up. Not your business. Not your worry. Not your concern. I wore green today, by the way. I just noticed myself. Because, not that I just noticed myself. I put the shirt on. But I didn't on St. Patrick's Day. And I'm not Irish. But I wanted to, for those of you that are Irish. I have a French father and an Italian mother. I guess French can be considered close to Irish. We have a lot of similarities in our personalities. So this is my ode to St. Patrick's Day. It's a few days late, but I wanted to wish you all a happy one. It's such a big holiday for so many people. And Orlando goes nuts on St. Patrick's Day. But anyway, I just caught sight of myself, and that's why I wanted to mention that. I wanted to make this video because I feel like there are so many people that keep going and going and going, and they harbor all of this concern, and it turns to anger and bitterness and hatred, and that's what you get all wrapped up in. Why? You still have a life to live. Lead. I was going to say lead, and then it changes to live. But you still have a life to live. Separate from them. Whatever they're doing, who cares? Go make your own business. Go do your own stuff. And don't allow yourself to wallow in the worry anymore. You're free of it. You're free of that worry completely. And I want you to bask in it. Okay? I just wanted to mention that. Please go ahead and hit sub, like, and share. And I'll see you next time.